solutions to the mock exam. Okay, into mock exam. The section I'll be covering today is general aptitude. Let's take a look at the pattern. So there's a total of 10 questions, 5 1-mark questions and 5 2-mark questions, coming to a total of 15 marks. So 10 questions for a total of 15 marks. Okay. Okay, then let's start. Take the first question now. If anyone knows the answer, you can tell now. People are still joining. Anyone? Okay, let me start then. So the coefficient of x raised to 12 in this given expression, x cube plus x raised to 4 plus x raised to 5 plus x raised to 6 and so on until infinity, the whole cube. So let me start by taking this as, let's say, f of x. Okay. So this f of x, I'll take something common out of this. I can see that I can take x cube common. So it's going to be x cube into 1 plus from x raised to 4, if I take x cube out, it's just x square plus x cube and so on, the whole cube. So this will come to x cube the whole cube, which is x raised to 9 into 1 plus x square plus so on. And this I can write as this thing. It's a geometric series. The common ratio is x, and the first term is 1.
I think here cube is there.
Oh yeah, cube I forgot to mention. Mentioning the cube. So inside the cube, the geometric series is there. So that will come to 1 over 1 minus x. And that too, the whole cube. Right? So we want the coefficient of x raised to 12 in f of x. That is equivalent to the coefficient of x raised to 12 by, I have x raised to 9 outside, right? So x cube in just this part. 1 over 1 minus x, the whole cube. Is this much clear to everyone? Guys, please respond. Okay. Now I'll take just this 1 minus x by 1 by 1 minus x the whole cube. Let me take the expansion as, let's say, a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube plus so on. Now let me write a couple more terms. a4x raised to 4 plus a5x raised to 5 and so on. What I want is the coefficient of x cube, that is a3. Right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm simply going to differentiate this twice. Just three terms, they'll vanish. First derivative of a naught is only 0. For e1 x, if I take the second derivative, it will go to 0. For e2 x squared, the third derivative will go to 0. Only this e3 will remain. So let me mark that after differentiating thrice. So it's going to come to e3 will be there. And the third derivative of x cube, it's going to be 3 into 2 into 1. So 3 factorial is also there. Plus a4 and what will this come to? 4 into 3 into 2, 2x. No, sorry, 4 into 3 into 2, so 24x. Plus so on. The important part about this so on part is this x term. It will be there. Okay. So let me differentiate this first. I'll do that to the side over here. So what do I want? D cubed by dx cube of 1 over 1 minus x the whole cube. Let me differentiate it step by step. After taking the first derivative, what will remain is minus 3 by 1 minus x is to 4. When I take the second derivative, it is minus 3 into minus 4, so plus 12 divided by 1 minus x whole raised to 5. And finally, going to be 12 into 5. So minus 60 divided by 1 minus x whole raised to 6. Is it clear how I got the third derivative to be minus 6 by 1 minus x? Minus 60 divided by 1 minus x whole power 6. Okay. Yeah, you are right. So it's not minus 3, it is just plus 3. And this is also plus 60. Thank you for correcting me, Saurabh. Fine. So let's move to the final step now, the final answer. What do we want? We simply want E3. So E3 is what? The third derivative of this 1 by 1 minus x the whole cube. 1 by 1 minus x the whole cube. The third derivative whole divided by, there is this 3 into 2 into 1, right? This also I should put. One other thing is the rest of these terms. So to eliminate this, I'll simply put x equal to 0. Okay. So in this, I have to put x is equal to 0. The final answer is 1 by 6 for this part. I have 60 by 1 minus x whole raised to 6. This I'll evaluate at x equal to 0. So 6 ones are 6 tens are. Here in the denominator, it is 1 minus x equal to 0. It will give me only 1. So the final answer is 10. Okay. So the coefficient of x raised to 12 in this given expression, which I've taken as f of x, is 10. Are all the steps clear to everyone? Anyone has any doubts? Okay. This is one way of solving it. I prefer doing differentiation. You can also use binomial theorem, whichever you are more comfortable with. Okay, then moving ahead, take the second one. This question is from English, so I think you guys can answer this also. Extreme focus on syllabus and studying for tests has become such a dominant concern of Indian students that they close their minds to anything dash to the requirements of the exam. Anyone? Okay, useful. One person is saying A. Any other answers? C. Okay. What about others? Sana, Shivani, Irfan? Any answer from you guys? A. Two of you have said A. Only one for C. Let me leave the options and fill in the blank with something which I feel is right, that they close their minds to anything. I'll say not relevant. Okay. I want to fill in a word which means this phrase, not relevant. So this option B and D, they are completely out. Extraneous and outside, they are somewhat relevant. However, this extraneous is more proper. Outside, it doesn't really sit well in this blank over here. Extreme focus on syllabus and studying for tests has become such a concern of Indian students that they close their minds to anything outside to the requirements. See, outside to the requirements, it's not really sitting well. Okay, Saurabh? The correct one is extraneous. Usually in English questions, you'll find yourself in a situation like this. Three of the words you know the meaning properly. One word will you'll not be very sure what it means. So you'll have to do some elimination kind of thing to get to the right answer. Okay. Okay, then moving ahead. Take the third one. Which number does not belong in the series below? Any answers? Answer is 64. Let me write it here. 64. Okay, all of you are going for 64 only. Check it. So 2, 5, 10, 17, 26, 57, 50, and 64. If you look at the difference, it's 3, 5, and 7. The difference is not constant. And even if I take the ratio, I don't really see a clear pattern. 2.5, 2, and it's less than 2. So usually when given such a question, the first thing to do is go to check the difference. So 5 minus 2, it's 3. 10 minus 5 is 5. 17 minus 10 is 7. 26 minus 17 is 9. 7 minus 26 is 11. T minus 37 is 13. And 64 minus 50. This is 14. So I can see a clear pattern over here. Between 3 and 5, it is plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, and finally when it comes to this, it is just plus 1. It clearly indicates that instead of 64, it should have been 65. If it was 65, the difference would have been 15, and instead of plus 1 here, I would have had plus 2. So which number does not belong? It is 64. Okay. Yeah, odd increment. Anyone has any doubts here? Shall I move to the next one? Take the next one. We lived in a culture that denied any merit to literary works, considering them important only when they were handmaidens to something seemingly more urgent, namely ideology. This was a country where all gestures, even the most private, were interpreted in political terms. So the author has written this paragraph, and this author's belief that ideology is not as important as literature is revealed by the word. Which one? The focus is supposed to be on this thing, the author's belief. Two of you have said A. Any other answers? Three of you. Yeah, he is only correct, seemingly. Does anyone need any clarification regarding this? Anyone has any doubts here? Why A is right and B, C, D? These other words, culture, urgent, and political, they are wrong. Irfan? Kiruba? Is it clear? Okay. Okay then. Moving ahead. To the next one. The probabilities of success of three students, X, Y, and Z, in an examination are 1 by 5, 1 by 4, and 1 by 3, respectively. So find the probability of success of at least 2. Any answers? An answer for B. Okay, let's see. What is given? Probability of X is 1 by 5, and this is related to the success. Probability of Y is 1 by 4, and probability of Z is 1 by 3. What is the question asking for? Probability of success of at least 2. Since this word at least is there, I'll enumerate the full thing. The probability of success of exactly 2 plus probability of success of exactly more than just one more than 2 is 3, and exactly 4 it's not possible, there's only 3 students. Okay, so the probability of success of at least 2 is the sum of probabilities of success of exactly 2 and exactly 3. This much is clear, right? The next step, so success of exactly 2, so I'll take this as probability of x into probability of y, the probability of z dash. Okay, this is just one case. What do I mean by this? Probability of z dash, it is the probability of failure of z. Okay, plus probability of x, probability of y dash into probability of z plus probability of x, x dash, probability of y into probability of z. The first term I have failure of z, second term I have failure of y, and the third term failure of x. So I'm ensuring that exactly 2 are succeeding. And one more term is probability of x into probability of y into probability of z. This is for success of exactly 3. And for exactly 2 is this one. Is it clear how I'm writing all these equations? Okay. That much is clear. Then all that remains is substitution. What is probability of success of x? 1 by 5. Success of y is 1 by 4. And for failure of z, I simply take 1 minus the probability of success of z, which is 1 by 3. Next is 1 by 5 into 1 minus 1 by 4 into 1 by 3 plus of 1 minus 1 by 5 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 3. One final term is success of all three. So 1 by 5 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 3. So how much does this come to? 1 minus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. So the numerator will have 2. Denominator is 5 into 4 into 3. Let me keep that as it is. Second term, it is 4 minus 1, 3. Third term, it is 5 minus 1, 4. And this fourth term also I have. So 1. So 2 plus 3 plus 4, 9 plus 1, 10. 10 by 16 or 1 over 6. So option B is only correct. Are all the steps clear? Gangaraju? Akash? Okay, moving ahead then. Take this one. This one is from clearly geometry. I think you guys can answer this. Take a minute, try it out. we have ABCDE as a regular pentagon. So all of these sides, they are equal. This is P. O is a point inside the pentagon such that AOB is an equilateral triangle. Okay, so O is not the center of the pentagon. It is another point with a different property. So I need to draw AOB. AOB is an equilateral triangle. So AB, OA, and OB. These three are also equal. What I want to find is this OEA. OEA. This is what? Any answers? Fine, let me start. Let me start by asking a few simple questions over here. It's mentioned that ABCD is a regular pentagon. So what's the internal angle? Let me just mark one. This one will do. What's the angle over here? You guys know this or not? Come on, guys, someone tell this. What's the internal angle? The internal angle is 108 degrees. Should I derive this? Or does everyone know this? Derive it. Draw it to the side over here. This is another regular pentagon. And here I'm having the center. The center is different from this O. Okay. Call this let's say C. To make a distinction from this O. So Abhishek, you only tell me. Now this construction that I've done over here, let me erase this and write it a little better. Let me take different labels also. P, Q, R, S, and T. Can you tell me what this angle is? 360 by 5. Yeah. Angle PCT is equal to 360 degrees divided by 5. This is due to symmetry. And also due to symmetry, uh, these 5 side lengths, they are equal. And also these 5 are equal. Correct? So next you tell me what this angle is. First things first, let's see a triangle PCT. I have PC equal to TC, meaning it is isosceles. So angle PCT is equal to angle TCP. So these two are equal. I know that this is 72. So this will give me angle PCT as 180 minus 72 divided by 2. How much does this come to? 108 by 2, which is 54. And since these two angles are equal, it is simply 54 into 2, which is 108. Okay, fine. Back to the original question now. We know that the internal angle is 108. So angle EAB, that is also 108. Let me draw a line over here. So angle EAB, this is equal to 108 degrees. What about angle OAB? How much is this? This is 60 degrees because EOB is equilateral. So what is angle OAE? Going to be 108 minus 60 degrees. Is 48. Mark this all, 60 degrees and 48 degrees here. Now let's look at triangle OEA. I have AE equal to AO. So it means that OEA is isosceles, which means that angle OEA plus EOA, not plus angle EOA, is equal to angle OEA because it is isosceles. So let's quickly solve for what's asked over here. What is angle OEA in degrees? So the sum of the internal angles should be 180. So what I'll get is 2 times OEA plus 48 is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, angle OEA is what? 180 minus 48 by 2. Yeah, answer is 66. Any doubt in any step? What about others? Gangaraju? Unnati? Angle EOA, yeah, what about it? What about angle EOA, Gangaraju? In triangle OEA, this one, I have two sides equal, so it is isosceles. Since the two sides are equal, the same base angles, they will also be equal. So this angle and this angle, they are the same. because these two sides are the same. Okay, Gangaraju? Is it clear or not? What is 84? Sum of internal angles 360. No, we're talking about a triangle over here, right? Sum of internal angles is 180. The sum of the three angles, this, and this, it should come to 180. That much you can agree? Fifty-four into 5 plus 60. I'm not sure how you're getting there. I have no idea how you're getting 84. Why you're doing 85 also. Do one thing, post this in the group. We'll discuss over there. Okay? Okay. Anyone else has any doubts here? Okay. Next one. Okay. Answer is C. Any other answers? If Ralph Taga means carefree, Utaga means careful, and Fortaga means careless, which of the following could mean aftercare? Any other answers? I'd like more of you to try this. Really easy English questions. Ralph Taga is carefree, Utaga is careful, Fortaga is careless. So in all three words, this care part is the same. So in the encoding part, we look for the similar one. We find that this Taga, it's also the same. Also, this Taga is happening at the end over here. And in the English one, it is in the beginning. So in the encoded language, if Taga is coming in the end, then in English, it will have care in the beginning. Okay. Any other conclusions we can make? I think we can make a conclusion about fur. Fur means less. Okay. So now let's go to the options. Taga fur. This will probably mean we have fur taga. Taga fur, just the ordering is changed, so it should mean less care. Doesn't mean after care. So A is wrong. Then taga. Taga is coming in the end, so it will be care something. Tagazen is the opposite of this, so something care. Welfare doesn't have any taga at all. So D is automatically out because what we are looking for is aftercare. At least this care should be there. Care meaning taga. So we are looking for aftercare. If I put after over here, it will be care after, it will be something different only. If I put after in the option C, it will make sense. Okay, so option C is correct. Any doubts here? I don't think there should be any doubts. Fine, moving ahead. Take this one. Any answers? B takes 12 more days than A to finish a task. B and A start this task and A leaves the task 12 days before the task is finished. Then B completes 60% of the oral task. So how long would B have taken to finish the task if he had worked independently in days? Okay, fine. Let me start. So let A alone. And let him take X days. Okay. This will mean that B takes how much? 12 more days. So X plus 12 days. And this is working alone. Also, let me take another variable T. This will be total time. Okay. This means it's clear, right? Fine. Let me start now. So one equation I'll write is T divided by X plus 12 plus of T minus 12 divided by X equals 1. Do I need to explain how I wrote this equation? So we are given in the question that B and A, they are starting this task, and A is leaving the task 12 days before the task is finished. Okay. So T minus 12 is coming because 12 days before the task is finished, A has left. And the rest of the task, B is completing on his own. What else do we have? That B has done 60% of the work. 60% means 3 by 5, right? So this will give us T divided by x plus 12 is equal to 3 by 5. So since the first part, T divided by x plus 12, this is 3 by 5. This means that the remaining part, that is the part done by A, it's going to be 40% or 2 by 5. Okay. This is what B's part, and this is A's part. Is it clear how I wrote these equations? If that much is clear, then all that remains is solving. Any doubts, Sakshi? 40% is done by both A and B. The keyword over here is overall. He has worked throughout, but he has done 60% of the work. He has left in between, but still he has done his part, which is what B has not done, that is 40%. Any other questions? Others? Give you a minute. Okay. Then all that remains is to solve for t and x. We have two equations and two variables, t and x, and these two. Simply solve for what is asked. What has been asked, how long would B have taken to finish the task if he had worked independently? If he had worked independently, he would have taken x plus 12 days. So find x, and the actual answer will be x plus 12. So let's solve this. The first one, if I take 5t is equal to 3x plus 36. And if I take the second one, it is 5t minus 12 5 is 60. This is equal to 2x. This 5t I'll put over here, this part. So 3x minus, sorry, 3x plus 36 minus 60 equals 2x. This will give me x as 3x minus 2x. The other side, if I take the 60 and 36, 60 minus 36, which is 24. This will give me the answer. Required answer was x plus 12. that is this b alone. 24 plus 12, which is 36. Okay, fine. Moving ahead, 2 questions are remaining. Take the next one. This question is from logarithms. If log p equals half of log q, which is equal to 1 by 3 log r, then which of the following options is true? One answer I'm getting is B. Anyone else? Any answer? B. And try to get one of the options as the result. So I have log p is equal to 1 by 2 log q, which is equal to 1 by 3 log r. Now this middle term I'll write as log q raised to half, and the last term I'll write as log 3 raised to 1 by 3. I'll cancel log on all sides. Finally, I'm getting p is equal to q raised to half, which is equal to r raised to 1 by 3. So what next can I do? I can see that in all the options there is q square, so I'll try to get q square. Raising to the power of 4 will get me q square, but I don't see p raised to 4 anywhere. So let me not do that. But I think I can do that. Raised to 4, all sides. That will give me p raised to 4 is equal to q square, which is equal to r raised to 4 by 3. I'll take just the first part now. P raised to 4 is equal to q square. Let me write it the other way around. Square is p raised to 4, which is p into p raised to 3. Now let me take this as equation 1. Do it on the side here. From 1, it implies that p is equal to r raised to 1 by 3, right? So cubing both sides will give me p cube is equal to r. I'll substitute that over here. P cube is r, so q square is equal to pr, which is our option B. P square is equal to q. P cube is equal to r. Yeah, you could use that also. Is my approach clear to everyone? There's multiple ways you can approach this. I prefer doing it this way, starting with the original equation, doing some manipulation, simplifying, and then playing around with it. Others? Fine. Take the last question. This one is from English. Any other answers? Come on, guys. This is the last question. I want at least 4 or 5 of you to answer this. Besides, this is English. You don't have to do any calculations also. Everyone is going for A. E is only the correct answer. If I try to give some explanation, there's two words, personnel and personal. And AL. Or here it is PERSONNEL. Personnel, this means staff. Okay, the people who are working. And person means staff which is attached to an organization or institute. And what can I say about personal? I simply call it private. Okay, concerning to one individual person. So being religious is a personal aspect. It means a private aspect over here. So this is actually supposed to be this personal. The industrialist had a personal jet. Personal jet. No, this personal jet it actually makes more sense over here. This is also wrong. And I write my experience in my personal diary. Obviously, your diary you won't be sharing with all your staff. It will be just for you. So it meant to say personal diary. Okay, only the first statement. It's actually half a statement also. All personnel are being given. All the staff members they are being given. Maybe a promotion, maybe some bonus, something. The thing is, this option A it makes sense. Okay. Okay then, that's it from my end for tonight. So, Dinesh sir, I don't think sir is there. Okay then, thank you guys for your time. You guys can log off now. And Gangaraju,